Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Matty Chymbor podcast. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. I apparently have not scared you off with my antics, problems, bullshit, and false anecdotes, but again, thank you for coming back. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I got a lot of bullshit coming out, and I want you guys just to be a part of my life. I think it's a huge thing for me, for you mainly. You get to hear all my problems and relay them to strangers. And regardless if you guys are new or returning, please hit the like button. It means the world to me. In the world of YouTube, as I said in the past, if they don't see the algorithm getting its little taint tickled with the likes, they kind of don't mess with me, and I'd prefer them to mess with me. I don't want to get spanked and sent back off into the woods while the other cool YouTubers get some exposure in the fields. So, otherwise, please enjoy this new episode of the Matty Chymbor podcast. All right, folks, let's dig into this bull. I'm 33. Jesus Christ. Matty Chymbor, 33 years old. I think I'm balding. I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't know if I'm balding or not. I don't know if that's the hairline I've always had. I'm not going to do it right now because my forehead is gigantic. My forehead is literally fucking huge. This hair is actually bangs that starts at the back of my head. That I literally looks like a convertible. My hair is like a convertible. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It stops like right here. But still, that hairline is something as a guy, maybe ladies, I don't look at. And I was getting my hair cut the other day, and her response is kind of like when you're gaining weight with a girlfriend, or, basically she combed my hair back because they wet it and they got to slick it, which I'm very self-conscious when I get my hair cut because they put it in very ugly positions, and I'm like, I'm in public. Can you not make me look like I fucking make and deal roofies right now? Like, she'll slick it both sides so I look like the kid from Addams Family. It's disgusting. Anyways, she slicked my hair back, and I was like, am I balding? And I've asked her this question before. In a joking manner, but again, I don't know what provoked me to ask it, but I've asked her before, and she's like, no, shut up, you're stupid. And then this time, she slicked it back, and I go, am I balding? Because I was about to go into my balding joke that I like to do, which I'll tell you, it's not even a joke, and then she goes, I don't know. And I was like, you don't know? What the fuck does that mean? And she goes, I don't know, maybe here. And I was like, she said here in the corners. You know how dudes get that it looks like an M? Maybe I'm just turning into my final form. It's just going to be like a fucking giant M on my forehead. But she goes, I don't know. And I was like, why wouldn't you tell me this? Nothing, in my opinion, nothing's ever changed on my goddamn head. And now you're changing, not me. See how in denial I am right now? And I was saying, that's like when you're with a girlfriend. I remember being with my ex-girlfriend, and I'd always, you stop working out when you're with a significant other. You start eating a little shittier because you don't want to, make them go through you don't want to make, me personally, I didn't want to make her eat, crappy, healthy food that I ate. So next thing you know, I'm cooking a little more fatty, a little more this and that gave me a tire, but I realized, I was talking to my buddy, when you get fat, you get fat everywhere. So you don't see it happening. Unless somebody's looking at you from a distance. If you're looking out here, I know I've been eating like shit, but why is nothing changing? And I remember I would have those thoughts with my ex-girlfriend, and then I'd be like, hey, am I getting fat? And she goes, no, stop. Hey, am I being fat? Again, I'm getting fat? No. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just getting bigger. And then one day I was like, am I fucking getting fat? She goes, I mean, you can probably lose a little weight. And I was like, what the fuck? No, it's not today. It didn't just happen today. You were brushing me off because you didn't want to confront me. Why do I want people to do the dirty work for me? Is that basically what you guys are gathering from this? I'm being a little bitch. And I'm like, tell me what's wrong. They're like, motherfucker, look in the mirror, you bald, fat fuck. What the fuck do you want me to do this for? This is basically when, like, friends ask you if they look fat in clothes. You're like, why are you putting me through this right now? Do I want to live in a society where people are brutally honest? I don't think I do. But when it comes to my hairline and my fat little pudgy gut, when I look at my belly button, like, you know how it's like, all I hear is, oh, I'm getting so fit. I don't know. The hair thing freaks me out. If I go fucking bald, ooh, you boys living in the woods very quickly. If I know I'm going bald and I go see a doctor, which I'm like, I don't want to have to do the transplant thing. Will I? I don't think I'm a hot bald dude. I think only certain guys can do that, and I think I would look just more creepy than I already do. I don't know. And if I went to a doctor and he's like, yeah, we can't transfer, or he goes, we can only transfer your pube hair to your head. He goes, your other arm hairs too. Look how thin my hair is. Your other hair's too thin. Why am I going to see like an evil doctor? We can't do it. You can't transfer any other hair in my body that looks like my head hair now? No. It's too thin. We got to take your fucking pubic hair. Why are pubes? Uh-oh. Do you guys want me to read this address right now that somebody just sent me? I just queefed. I wish pube hair balded. That's a hacky topic in comedy world. Don't listen to me there, but if I went bald, I would just go live in the woods because I feel like I would look ugly. I don't want to have to, once you're bald, you now have to get a whole new. All right, we're done. Are we done with the fucking phone? How do you actually? I want to unlink that. I don't need messages on my phone. When I'm like on my computer, I want to be in a bubble that I don't get distracted. I don't want to be bald because when you start to become bald, it's like an hourglass. Like, in as far as like getting photos. Like if I'm bald, I can't put up pictures of me with hair. That's not fair to the person that I'm trying to. Some poor girl's looking at my thing like, let's go. And I show up just fucking shiny head. Just fucking egghead looking ass. This motherfucking Huevos Rancheros head ass. Now I gotta like wait for. I either gotta shave it, then take photos, which I don't know. I just don't want to be a bald guy. I'm a vain person. I think we're all vain. Who's not vain? It's not accepted. That's why you're not allowed to be it. You can only be vain if you're a rapper. Like a normal girl, she could. Normal girl can't brag about her wet ass pussy. Her wop. Yeah, you got a wet ass pussy, you got wet ass pants, because I piss myself all the time. Wet ass pants. That's not. There's like a million remixes to that. Why were people getting mad at wet ass pussy? Why do I say it like a dad who didn't play sports growing up? Are people mad at wet ass pussy? Huh? Sorry, I was busy tending to my trains. I want to look up and see if wet ass pussy was a controversial thing, which I personally don't think it was. I think the only controversy was that I nut before the song was over. Get 'em. What was the issue with WAP? Oh, it's looking up like WAP. With WAP data, let's read this like it's pussy. With WAP data, oh, I'm sorry. You ever been like such a bad reader where you ever been reading out loud and then the question mark just pops up at the end and you have to make the last words on like a question? Oh, my God. You're like, I didn't know this was a question. I was just reading it like it was a sentence. Hey, words. Can you give me like a hint up front? I'm trying to think of an example of that, but I don't. This isn't funny either. Wet ass pussy. I'm not going to even Google what was the issue with wet. I don't know. I think people were just saying it was so sexual, which I get that part. You can't fucking. It's funny. Goddamn. I say fucking pussy in one of my TikTok videos, and the whole system, the whole mainframe seizes up. But you know, Addison Rae can literally fucking swipe a card with her butt cheeks, you know, and she's cool. So whatever. Wet ass pants. That's like a kindergarten remix. I'm surprised there's not more. I feel like every time there's like a trendy thing, people remix it to the point where it's down to like just like teachers. I always feel like that's my theory with like trends. How come a trend, like whether it's a dance or something, goes from like the coolest of people, I don't want to say coolest, but like the people who originated it, which essentially made it cool to do, and then it one day dies in a classroom with a teacher doing like a remix of it. All right, guys, you ready for weird-ass presidents? Talk about WAP. Donald Trump was president from 2009. I'm not a political guy. You guys, so calm the fuck down. Nobody freak out. You should see how touchy. I want to like show you guys. If I were to post something right now that said like even just Donald Trump, Joe Biden, politics, if I posted anything like that, not both, you got to do like one or the other. You should see how many followers I'd lose. I lost 50 followers because I did a video about how coffee makes you have to shit. I lost 50 followers immediately where people are like, nope, can't do this. I'm drawing the line here. I've dealt with his ball dick pussy fart jokes. I've dealt with everything. But when you pretend to be coffee, kicking out a piece of poop from the stomach, he drew the line. People are so sensitive. It like blows my mind. Like you post and then it reminds them like, oh, I don't like him. Every time I post something on social media, I lose a chunk of followers, and it's like it's to the point where it's funny. But you lose people, you gain people, and I hope you guys are sticking it through the thick and thinnest shit. You can fucking... I'm going to be the first guy ever to have... I want you guys to come to my wedding. That will be huge. I have the first ever fucking podcast wedding. That would be the saddest shit on earth. Stuff like that drives me nuts, where people like their weddings are just weird. Weddings suck. I think I've talked about this before. Like a weird, like too themed of a wedding. Although it's like, I don't know. What is your thoughts on it? Like, maybe I'm too much of a conformist, where I'm too pussy to really, really express myself in my wedding, and I don't want to do what I want to do because I'm too worried other people are gonna judge me for having a spaceship themed wedding. Why are you yawning? Jesus Christ, if I'm yawning, I feel bad for fucking you guys. My wedding theme, if I had to have a themed wedding, no beach. Beach is trash. When I say themed, I'm not saying at the beach. I'm saying like a room that you have to create a theme for. I feel like my wedding... So no beach, can't do that. Farm, no, I don't fuck with country music. I don't need my wife's bridesmaids and cowboy boots and dresses. I'm good there. What kind of theme would I do? I would do like a fucking chef theme where my wife gets brought out on a fucking big old plate. That's hot. It's a whole chef theme. It's inversed. And then we're being served by people who look like they're in a wedding party. I'm standing at the altar just looking like a chef with the big old fucking chef hat. My groomsmen look like my sous chefs. They're all just standing there polite, ready to do some mise en place. Do you guys fuck with food? I do. That's what chefs do when they go there during the day to like prep. That's the prep term. My wives, is this sexist? Maybe, but the wives' her bridesmaids are all dressed like waitresses. So we got the assistant chefs as the dudes. The wives are, the bridesmaids are waitresses. I'm the head chef. And then my wife is just the entree because I'm going to eat that shit up. Would she be the entree? Yeah, that for sure. It's like popping out of a cake, but think of you ever see fucking cartoon style when they lift the fucking big old silver thing off? And then she's just sitting there. She's just sitting there like this. And then wet ass pussy starts playing. Wedding ass fuck. No, and then yeah, our version of that song. Fuck, guys, you're seeing me think. I'm gonna come back to that. I don't know. Some theme weddings are weird, but they found love. Isn't that weird when you see two people with like such a weird, like they have so much in common where their like wedding is like scuba themed, and you're like, how did you find you? How do you find somebody? Why would you want somebody that? I've dated comics before. I've only dated one. But it's like to date somebody in your field, like that's so weird. It's like too much. You think it makes sense because when you date a normie, just a norm, they look at your thing like it's odd, right? And then I'm like, no, it makes sense if I dated a comic right now. And then you do that and you're like, this is too much comedy. It's like, yeah, you learn to like, you look at them not as a fucking peer anymore. And it's like but for a while, it's just too, like their drama is comedy related and my drama is comedy related. It's like you're bringing your work home. It gets to be a lot. I've never, ever since I moved to Los Angeles, I've never wanted to date, as we call it, just a normal person. Comedians and people in entertainment were fucking weird. Like, look what I'm doing in my living room right now. What are you doing in your living room? You're driving. Some of you are driving. Some of you are going to your jobs, which I still have, but I'm becoming more of a comedian / weirdo. Like, this is strange. And when you date somebody else who does this, it's mega strange. I don't need to be mega strange with somebody. I want to just as selfish as it sounds, I want to be the wop, the weird ass person. I want to be the weirdo. All right? Matt's doing his bullshit in the other room. You can't have two people doing weird bullshit in other rooms because then, we're vulnerable for an attack. I want to just date a Wells Fargo cashier. Like that. Somebody who doesn't want to who doesn't see this and want to have a part, like, okay, not say have a part of it. Obviously, whoever I date, I'd be happy to fucking, hey, here she is. I don't want her to want to be in it. I want her to be like, get the fuck, I don't want that. That's weird. I want her to be like that. What are you doing? Recording yourself again? All right. Tell me when you're done being a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, I will do that. And then I do my weird shit. It's over there. I'm not showing up to her bank like, I need to count money. Her shit's over there, and then we come in the middle and fucking just do stuff. That's what I want. You meet fucking girls out here like, can you tag me in something? You're like, what? Why? I want to get more views on my video. No. Why don't you take your fucking BAP, your boring-ass personality, and get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm not like that the first time, but after a while, you're like, all right, let's cut the shit. Let's, why don't you, I wish fart noises were. Can you just fucking, please? Can you, hey, my neighbors watch me. Yeah, I'm doing it again. That means cut the shit, people. The older I get, man, I swear to God, people are. Not only am I losing faith that I'm going to find somebody, people are losing faith of me, which is a tough thing. And I don't know if a lot of you guys are my age. I don't know what age you are, if you have kids or not. But if you're roughly my age, or if you're in the wheelhouse where your parents are curious about you having kids or not, I had a huge thing happen recently where my mommy, she forever, this is like a theme where people are changing. People's response to me is changing, and it's making me want to know when that transition happened. I want to know what happened, and I'm not being told. So my mommy, cut the, she used to be like, when you have kids, blah, 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 blah. Matthew, my nephew's name is Cole. There's a picture of it. I'm not going to show you. Yeah, when Cole stuffs equipment, Matthew, when you have kids, she used to say forever, when you have kids, right? The other day, I was talking to her, and she goes, because if you have kids, whoa, that's a big deal. Going from have to if is her saying, that's her going, I'm confident you'll have kids, to you're probably not going to have kids. The optimism in if is zero, but they're making it seem like it's there because she just doesn't want to go, you're not going to have kids. Let's be honest, which I do, but I'm not going to just knock up some rando. I don't want to have a kid with a woman who's fucking, that we get a divorce immediately. I don't want that. I'm being picky. I'm being selective. I'm not settling. Don't settle. And then you don't settle. They're like, you need to settle at some point. You just said don't settle. Well, you're not settling for a while. And you're being picky. Don't settle turns into you're being picky if they get annoyed with you. Does that make sense? Quote me there. My mom, she goes, if. I'm like, all right, well, that's a thank you for you having zero faith that I will find a suitor. You have zero faith, but whatever. What am I going to do? But again, what happened? When was the transition? Her going from have to if. My ex going from you're not fat to you should probably work out. And my hairdresser, I call it hairdresser because my mom cut hair growing up and I was raised by all women. So I don't call it a barber. I don't go to a barber. I go to a hairdresser who's a stylist. And she has a pink streak and she's a stylist of hair. Anyways. And then my hair girl went from, bald to, I don't know. I want to find out when all these what happened.
in all those little transitional periods where people are just shifting the other way. Is this episode? It's called Being More Truthful. Maybe they always felt that, and now they're being more comfortable with me, and they heard an episode similar to this, and maybe you guys will have people in your lives where you start to be more truthful with them, and I think that's a good thing to have. I feel like out here, a lot of people are very fake, but everywhere they're fake, right? You don't want to tell people, hey, fuck bag, you're being annoying. If anything, they're like, no, it's cool. And then they leave and they go, I hate that person. Why don't you try to salvage that relationship and just be honest? I think the problem is being honest, though, hurts feelings. It does for sure. You can be honest to the point where it's not even your fault. You can be honest to the point where it's literally self-inflicted on them and they get mad at you. Hey, you got something in your teeth. They're like, fuck you. I do? Did you put it there? No. You ever tell somebody they have something in their teeth or they have a booger on their nose and they kind of like react like, you put it there? You ate the everything bagel from Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't. There is a poppy seed who's just in your tooth. You ever, or there's a point where it always turns negative, where they're like, oh, thanks, man. Did I get it? And you're like, no, it's to the left. Did I get it? And it's a minute goes by. Hold on, did I get it? No. And then they're like, what the fuck? Whatever, I don't care. And then they try to continue the conversation, but they know you're looking at it, and it's just like it's a huge disconnect. But I don't know. What's something I can be truthful for right now that annoys me? I'll say it right now. There was a birthday dinner I had to go to last weekend, and it was family style. Huge. Family style sucks dick. Hey, restaurants, fuck you. Hey, restaurants who do family style, fuck you, you suck. Dick. You're not giving enough on purpose, and you're putting the pressure on the people at the table to divvy it up. Don't do family style. Know why? Because you're not a family. Because if this was a real family, I'd be like, hey, fat dick, you took too much. Now we got to take a bite, and we're all paying the same amount. Family style should be like bottomless. If you want to do family style, it should be bottomless so nobody feels weird taking more because they don't want to eat just one bite. So anyways, friend's birthday, love the kid to death, and we all go out, and I've been in a position at birthday dinners where the bill comes, and it's awkward. You don't want to see people. You ever been? It's your birthday dinner, and you hear people dividing the bill up in front of you, and they're like, "Motherfucker!" And you're like, Jesus Christ. You feel bad that you brought everyone out because they're now arguing over money. So, as the guy that I am, I was like, you know what? Had a couple drinks. I was like, let me put my card down. I'll Venmo everybody. And, I didn't think people. So my logic is, I knew how many drinks everyone had. I took a picture of the bill. That reminds me, I have to look at them. They overcharged me for something. This is how if you guys want to know, this is how I divided up family style, and let me know if you agree. Where everybody's drinks went to them. We don't divide drinks. We don't add up drinks and divide it by the amount of people. That's a number where you can see. I divided drinks appropriately, added up all the food, divided it by the amount of people there. So I put everyone's names, by the way. Birthday guy, too, and I'll explain why I did his as well. Everybody's name, drinks, add all the food up, divided by how many people were there. Do the same with the tip, blah, blah, blah. And then I take the total of the birthday guy, divide it by the other people, and then I apply that $25 to whatever dollars to everybody else. You come up with a total. Now, the food is always an issue, and basically some people are like, I didn't eat a lot. Well, guess what, bitch? It's family style. The birthday guy ate everything. No one cares. It's his birthday. I got drunk, had 3 bites. We pay for it. That's how it works. And everybody was good, and then this one cocksucker I Venmo requested, and he paid me $25 out of the 90. And I followed up with a additional 40 because I was like, okay, maybe he really didn't eat a lot, and he's just like, I'm not paying that. And I was like, okay, additional 45 because his birthday, which you didn't cover, he only covered at this point his drink, and some for food. I watched you eat some. Even if somebody put on your plate, bitch, you fucking ate it. I don't give a shit at this point. He Venmoed me another 20. So he's gypped me $50. Now, why is this a lesson of me being more truthful? I guess I haven't done it yet. But I want to, and this is the problem. This is where it's a crossover. Maybe this person out here manages one of the comedy clubs, right? And this is why I'm in a position where I'm like, do I confront them and be like, hey, fucking loser, what are you doing? It's somebody's birthday. I put my card down to make our lives easier, and you're going to take advantage of that? Now, that money means nothing to me, all right? That money doesn't mean shit to me. I have money. It's the principle, right? Now, should I be more truthful in the sense of calling them out? Why was that truthful, Matt? I don't think the story makes sense. Yes, it does. Let's just go with it like it does. Like the true side of me wants to call him out, but the side of me wants to bite my lip and move on. And I think I don't know what to do. Do you say to this person, hey, politely at first, again, I'm always going to approach with politeness, were you going to pay the rest or no? I think even though that person knows, they'd find some negative shit in there, but I don't know what to do, because then I don't want it to be like I never get booked at that club again because they're a cheap piece of shit. So what do you do, guys? What do you fucking do? Let's think of, I don't know, what's another example? So I guess another thing is, me talking it out loud, where I feel like, at least me saying it, I feel better because I haven't told anyone this. But another thing where I want to be more honest is I want to tell the birthday guy, like, hey, by the way, your friend's a fucking idiot. But I don't want to put him in a weird position, so I'm not going to do that. This is where that's the better thing to do. But what the fuck, people? I don't know. You ever try to be nice and you're just like, what are you doing? That's people that's out there. That's people who they put on this shell like they got fucking cash or their lives doing great. And I understand everyone has demons, but it's like, when you flaunt it, don't fucking, play the part, and then when it comes time to, walk the walk, you can't fucking, you're fucking over other people. So, whatever. Does this bother me? The principle bothers me. It doesn't, the birthday thing, I'm happy he had a great birthday. I'm happy no one saw this. This is all behind the scenes. Because, again, what if we were at the table and now we're dividing it up in front of that poor person? People, don't do family style. Don't divide up the bill in front of whoever's birthday it is. Unless it's close people, and then you can be like, then you don't give a shit. But, that's the problem. Everyone's so fake out here. No one wants to tell other people. I guess that's a good way to close the loop of that little rant. Everybody out here is so fake. Nobody wants to say how they feel. And then you have all these fake friends. It's like you have friends out here, but they're all business related-ish. I don't know. People get mad when you're honest with them. And the good friends are the ones where you can be honest with. They get butthurt, but they're coming from a place of, being good. They're coming from a place of looking out for you. Sometimes I feel like people take advantage of being honest, and they put too much of their opinion in it. I feel like if you're going to be honest with somebody, better be very rooted in facts, because I've had people try to be honest with me, and I'm like, that sounds like your opinion, and it's not really a factual thing, and I feel like you're being a bitch. See, I'm just that person who gets mad at the other one for being truthful. Anyways. Wet-ass pussy. Weird-ass personality. I'm ready to get the fuck. This city sucks, dude. So many fires. Literally, the sky is, the whole state is on fire right now. And what time is it? Oh, I think I'm going to end this right here, actually. Go to my Patreon. No, I was kidding. I was just going to say the whole fucking state's on fire. The sun's not even out. It's weird. The sun's like orange. It's like this weird orange dot in a gray sky. It smells like campfire. Stuck inside all day. But you know what, guys? I'll deal with it. My bald ass head, my fat gut is going to deal with it. I'm going to sit inside. And I'm going to record more podcasts. And I apologize for missing weeks. But you know what, people? I think I'll get better at it. With that being said, thank you for watching, guys. I know this was a lackluster ending. But sometimes, you know, sometimes the firework doesn't go off. Sometimes you light the fuse, and it's a dud. Folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.